Good morning all students. Today we'll start with unit number 2, that is hardware design and testing methods. The content of this unit are design process, identifying the requirements, formulating specifications, design specifications, specifications versus requirements, system partitioning, functional design, architectural design, functional model versus architectural model, prototyping, performance and efficiency measures, formulating a test plan, writing specifications, test procedure and test cases, egoless design, design reviews, module debug and test, black box test, white box test and grey box test. These are the contents of the unit 2. We will start with first point, that is design process. Design process is nothing but constructing a system and collecting requirements for that system is design process. If we don't know what is the requirement of the system, what are the market requirement, what are the users requirement, if you don't know that requirement, then as given in figure 9.13, as a team leader or owner of that product, you will start your product newly, and the starting a new project, figure 9.13 shows that as you don't know the requirement, you will say, I will go find out what exactly the requirement and what exactly user needs. I'll go find out what they want. The rest of you start designing. This will be your first comment about that product if you are a product manager. Now design process is divided into 5 parts, or we can say design process can be formulated using 5 following steps. First one is requirement definition, second one is system specification, third one is functional design, fourth one is architectural design and prototyping. Suppose we want to design automatic sanitizer machine. In automatic sanitizer machine, we will search the requirements of the automatic sanitizer machine. Then we will on paper write down that requirement, what are the specifications, such as what should be minimum size of that automatic sanitizer machine, what should be the internal processor, then what in which temperature it is working. Such type of collections will be there under requirements. Then under design process there will be different flowcharts, there will be softwares, then there will be simulations and model making. This comes under design process. After getting certain requirements, we will follow this path, that is flowchart, software, simulation and prototyping, and finally making one product, successful product. It's a design, complete is a design process. So first part is requirement definitions. Requirement definition means what customer needs, how should be the temperature inside the automatic sanitizer machine, or automatic sanitizer machine, whether it is working in room temperature or air conditioned room, or whether it is working in very low temperature range such as hilly terrain areas. Then what should be weight, size, cost of that machine, whether it should be hand operated, whether it should be feet operated, whether it should be automatic, remotely sensed, what should be the technology. All this study comes under requirement definition. You will gather this information by talking with the customers, by talking with the users. Then secondly, system specification. After gathering all these information, you will go for the system specification. Means exactly now you came to know that it should be handy, it can be transported from one place to another place easily, it should be automatic in nature, there should not be any mechanical mechanism, then weight should be less. If these are the requirements of the automatic hand sanitizer, then you will design accurate specifications. Accurate specification means what should be the processor inside it. If it is a microcontroller, whether it is costlier than processor or no, what. Microcontrollers is also having separate IO processors. That input output processing system will fetch additional cost, while processors is having input, output, and most of the things. Keypad is also available on the processors. Most of the things are available on processor. Processor supports IoT based. That's why we will try to use processor instead of microcontrollers. Then motor inside that sanitizer machine. What should be the size of the motor and how much quantity we need, if it is, whether it should be servo motor or whether it should be DC motor or whether it should be a submersible motor, and what type of motor it should be, what should be the size and what should be its wattage. This specification, detailed specification, we have to design by considering above required parameters. That is what a system specification is. Then there will be a functional design. Functional design means actual working design, or if we design this specification, circuit diagram we are designing, on board we are designing a circuit diagram and we are trying to implement through a simulation link software such as Xilinx may be a simulation software under which we will try to implement this complete circuit, and we will check whether this circuit is functional or not. What are the parameters which affect that circuit? So simulation is one part of functional design. Then there will be architectural design. Architectural design means mathematically by using a software and flowcharts and others, we will design that product and we will making its prototype, non-functional prototype, non-working prototype. That is a architectural design. That means on paper we will design everything and we will make a model of that product. Model, normal model, non-working model, not actual model we will prepare. We will make actual model, what should be the external size of that product and external look of that product. That is called a architectural design. And finally we will build a prototype once it is simulated inside a Simulink software. Then if we are making a prototype means one piece, actual piece which will function just like our product, whether it is feasible or not. And based upon all these systems we will describe design process and flowchart. So before going for actual production, suppose we want to build hundreds of such type of products. Before going for 100 production, we will make one complete product. We will see its durability, we will see its characteristics, and then we will design, we will manufacture hundreds of pieces. This is what a design process is. So before going for actual production, design process plays very important role. It will save our time, it will save our money, and it should be done through a latest softwares. That's all. Thank you. We will see next part in the next lecture.